Всем привет, друзья! С вами Алексей. Ну что ж, мы продолжаем играть в Honkai Star Rail. У нас обновление вышло, да? То есть в предыдущем выпуске мы посмотрели все таланты, презентацию талантов. Ну, практически все, потому что вот Аста была у нас, Лука тоже был, все. Это уже старые персонажи такие, да? Вот. Но есть возможность, конечно, их прокачать еще. Вот. А вот здесь вот мы будем участвовать. Это продолжение освоения. Отслеживать. Перейти. Так, значит, куда нам надо-то бежать? Вот туда вот, да?
Come on in.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance. There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yoon Lee to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hulei's escape, and we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises, and how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate the ship. Yeah, I heard them too, but I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a Ringmaster. Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. It doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hulei will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well said. You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Генерал, что вы тут делаете?
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Fei Shao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that she and Don Hung are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. The Borison have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yukong. Fei Shao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
А точно стоит проводить церемонию боевых искусств?
Arch is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the Shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yun Li, what do you think we should do?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach.
И кто же это?
The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Law Fu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Law Fu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hule's escape and your discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Novalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Law Fu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Law Fu, acting as if nothing has happened.
As if nothing has happened? Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the 2 of you here.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yan Qing's place as the ringmaster?
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's exactly what I mean.
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Lawfu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are 2 sides of the same Xianzhou Law Fu, and it is my honor to serve the 10 Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I and the two behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
But, General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borisin. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter. Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return for her fervent determination. How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Let's start with those Borisin disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Так, ну что ж, ребят, давайте. Так, во-первых, нам там дали награды, мы можем потихонечку прокачиваться вот так вот до гаранта. Давайте сделаем прыжок. И падает какая-то ерунда. Все, бежим дальше, не останавливаемся. Так, что это такое?
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Foxians. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine within the Law Fu. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the work of Hule.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hule appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Juming, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes. Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Lafu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. The people of the Lafu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with a malignant tumor.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that too.
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Все, побежали дальше. Ух ты! Фига себе. Напали на нас.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Time for some hardship.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
What's in your prescription?
Refreshing to the soul.
Let me tend your wounds.
Be of your body and mind.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
See the doctor?
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Time to cleanse the filth. Yeah.
Let me tend your wounds.
The truth burns everything in this world. It's bleeding.
do come true.
Да блин. Еще жизни восстанавливает. Тяжелые враги. Надо команду поменять, мне не нравится. Я бы вместо Лили поставил бы все-таки Юнли.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Be of your body and mind.
Stand down. That won't stop me.
The truth burns. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Так, подождите, мне надо поменять, скорее всего, команд. Так, что? Где у нас команда? Вот, Лили мы нафиг убираем отсюда, ставим Юнли, добавить, все. Вот. Отлично. Так будет получше.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Переключись на Юнли, заюзаем сразу Ешечку. Так, подожди, что у нас здесь есть? Что? Нету? Нам туда? Подожди, а там что? А там монстры. А там и сундук еще. А давайте-ка, а почему бы и нет, а? На, блин. На! Со второго раза только попал. Раз уж проходить, все. А почему удара-то не было?
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Time for some hardship.
А эти более слабые. Подожди, там еще один у нас. Да я от тебя сейчас упаду все равно. О, так вот лучше.
Leave it to me.
What are you made of? Slap! You don't look so good. Melt!
Timely treatment.
Leap through clouds! Allow me to purge the root. Yeah.
О, другое дело.
Tempered and forged. All are imbued into the sword. What do we have here?
Так, да, смотреть надо.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Linshaw. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns, and so the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Miss Linshaw.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Linshaw. Allow me to explain it to you.
Так, ребят, записываю это просто видео второй частью, поэтому это все будет как бы объединено в одно видео. Я немного простыл, поэтому буду максимально меньше комментировать, ребят. Без обид, но как бы озвучка английская есть, это замечательно. Мои комментарии в начале видео были, тоже все замечательно. Продолжаем.
Intercepting sword technique. Intercepting sword technique.
Yanqing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Watch out! This thing is still alive! Even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line. It's bleeding. Yes, you!
Leave it to me.
Shivering mountains!
You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Strike! Need a doctor? May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the filth.
Let's begin.
What are you made of? Let me tend your wounds. Rushing into the soul. Right on time.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough.
Allow me to purge the root of the
Let's
problem.
make sure it never moves again.
Cloud! Right on time.
Leave it to me.
Strike while the iron is hot. You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yao Qing, General. You've been reserved in your response.
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yao Qing lies in the very mech in front.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like... Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yao Qing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did, so...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yao Qing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail. Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions. To the Foxians of the Yao Qing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hule and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yao Qing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dun Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life.
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission...
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your home. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task.
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you. But let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we?
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were 2 groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without...
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Videotter collude with the Borson and aid in Hule's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Videottera's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan?
I'll send an invitation. The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingsha. The internal affairs of the Videottera should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hule was... May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awakens your appetite.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'm
just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hule's desire for revenge with your... You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky. The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hule.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
Hule, have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home, Lord Hule? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief!
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart...
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality! And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we...
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true.
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Lafu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance. So this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned...
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub, Moktok?
No, I've never heard anything like that.
Just a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run up? You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they...
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Well, for now, I'll...
Would you like to board my star skiff? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, we need to hurry wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start, and the skyfaring... Keep what quiet? Come on, spill it if you have something to say. The Realm Keeping Commission? It's right up ahead. Look, I've got a business to run, so why don't you go there yourself?
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials... If I can help you... Hi, do you need my help, messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Borisin are hiding in the Exalting Sanctum. You must deliver this news to the Cloud Knights.
Borisin? Here? Are you serious?
These Borisin are disguised as Foxians. Please warn the Cloud Knights immediately.
Will you please wait here for a while? I'll find a soldier.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone. You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent on you.
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Not yet. There's no way for this tiny ship to escape from the Cienjo. Only the starships at Stargazer Navalia can break through the Jade Gate. Moktok said there would be insiders to pick us.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
You're back, Jiao Cho.
Come and take a good look. Who are these people?
This Cloud Knight says there's official business that requires my cooperation.
What are you trying to do, Moktok? They have nothing to do with this.
Nothing to do? I told you to go to the port and check out the situation. But I never gave you permission to talk with others. Remember, these people died because of you.
You want to prove to me that you hold everyone's lives in your hand?
Oh, exactly.
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, yet your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people now. Let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself. Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate. Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain. But remember, the next time you refuse me, I'll crush your healing hands, then your knees, then your spine. I'll dismantle.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture?
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yao Qing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hot. I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borisin and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiao Chou? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yao Qing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The Lune Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired, a heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart. The ambrosial arbor is also an absurd myth, but you Zhengzhou folk know it's true. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warheads. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now... all right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Chou, I found you.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Wadza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Chou, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borsen. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borsen that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Lawfu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Lawfu. The Borsen we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them. Let's start from where you found those Borsen and corner our prey.
Good luck. Your search for your better half. Good quality, good price. Hassle-free chartering.
Gold medal? Let's go.
Time to test our rapport. Dreams do come true.
Yes, you!
Let's begin. You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Mountains fall! Slap! Need a doctor? Right on time.
Take your positions. Let's improvise.
Leave it to me.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Time what's in your prescription?
Timely treatment. Good.
Strike!
Stay in step.
Melt! Descend to earth!
Commencing passive
You bully! Yes, you!
Take your positions.
Melt!
Dreams do come true.
Let's begin.
Shivering mountains!
Still the same old.
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Within the self... Ha!
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Stand down.
What are you made of? Strike! Wow. Too bad it's not the sword I wanted. Leap through clouds! Tempered and forged. All are imbued into the sword.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the Star Skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusual. If you have a target in mind, let's go.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer Navalia if you're not... Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenqing. I'm an official staff member assigned to investigate a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can just...
Lieutenant Yenqing and General Fei Xiao?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep...
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while.
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenqing's... Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more press...
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lock...
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud...
That makes perfect sense. So you're not...
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our...
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened?
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia as on lockdown, and
their flimsy disguise has been exposed.
Why are you still here?
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. How many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning?
This woman! She's the general of the ocean!
I'll catch up.
Bounty!
I'll catch up.
Time to question your prescription! Thank you for your help.
Dreams do come true.
Let's begin. You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
The mood is set. Just let the show begin.
Slap! You don't look so good. Melt!
Great teamwork. Let's improvise.
Severing mountains!
Leave it to me. Stand down.
What are you made of? Strike! Yes, you! You don't look so good.
Take your position.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this! Why don't you kill me?
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you, you won't get anything from me.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that—
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you—
Well, just a hazy past that I can... The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born, and in their eyes, we're mere consumables. Cannon fodder used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Cheng. If I get the chance...
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled—
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia.
The hunt is not over yet.
Please, save me. I want to live. Doctor!
Xiao, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot! Hurry!
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison Beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like...
Her blood pressure is dropping.
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right... I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Jiao Chou?
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borison bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan as I am.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borison bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
And she used the gift of her blood... Moon Rage. A blessing for wolves. And a curse for foxes. For Borison, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain death. Oh, with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a... And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
Hule. All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing like a useless idiot. I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron, so I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death? Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by fear. What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect? With your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you, as the wolf's creed goes. Gift the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal prize. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin we will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act...
That doesn't surprise me at all. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now.
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin.
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in this. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a... Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like...
But, Great Warhead, our packs are not here. We can't go to war...
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone...
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those foxy... Now, you devious monkey. Come.
Chow.
Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time. Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. Follow me, my cubs! We shall stride among the prey!
Give the wolf a dead end, when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous, in brutal battles, embrace their eternal prize.
hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back... My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore...
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you? That was the mission my grandfather entrusted to me. You just relax and keep guard over the ring. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a lawful swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good...
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although...
Master Yoon Lee, please, I'm about to compete.
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of...
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay. Master Yoon Lee, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Miss Yoon Lee, Miss March, this way, please. I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you personally. The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yan Qing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
I am a disciple of Lieutenant Yan Qing. That means that I'm also technically a grand...
You completely left my name out. How rude.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressed. Miss Yoon Lee's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring... Please, follow this path. The contestant hall is...
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall.
Wonder how much mung bean soda we can buy with this.
So, this is the contestant hall.
There are so many...
March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
Master Yoon Lee's old metal is taller...
Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie, is the key.
Why would you tell me your weakness?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants' hall to practice. If you know yourself,
Know myself and know the enemy.
Yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Li. Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it. Another awkward pause. I knew it. Did you get it? Wolves?
he's actually explaining his joke.
Making things awkward?
There are still many guests arriving here.
Understood.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yanqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from this last-minute replacement. March 7th.
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been practicing the art of swordplay.
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
Oh! You're March 7th. The stand-in for Lieutenant Yanqing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host. Interesting.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition is getting started, could I ask you... Know yourself and know your enemy, right? If you accept first, the question that is on everyone's minds. Lieutenant Yanqing is not appearing in today's... This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but I hear that Lieutenant Yanqing is seriously injured. Is this true? My apologies. This was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yanqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular? March 7th, you are quite I thank you very much for accepting.
The first round of the war dance is about to begin. Are you feeling okay, March?
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw...
Just make sure to maintain this composure.
I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy.
So, do you want to go out and see the...
I knew it! Let's go.
If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator seats?
Look over there.
That's Master Yoon Lee. I'm getting...
Well, it's too late for nerves.
almost time. As soon as I think about the mission General Hyen gave me, my heart starts racing.
It's when it stops beating that we need to worry. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship.
I wonder how Master Yanqing is doing over there.
Hey, focus.
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General!
You two, follow me. Moza's signal's nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
Wait, so you're still reading?
Hello there.
All of you, get out of my way.
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left me here as...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, if you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little...
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death.
Die, you lovely creature! Die!
Save your breath. Right on time.
Dreams do come true.
Mountains fall!
Think you won?
Just
A road of no return for all of you.
Moza, are you okay?
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage
Hule is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xianzhou Luofu.
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there is still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out, Hule can't have more than a few dozen people.
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxian to a Borisin wolf trooper with my own eyes. This is Hule's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He is...
He wants to encircle us in one fell swoop.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban and order all Foxians to remain in...
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means...
But
If Hule succeeds in getting this panic to spread...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hule wants is to see everyone on the Lawfu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Lawfu for signs like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess which one the object is. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than misdirection. No matter what Hule does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is...
Right now, the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Splitter.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere, are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always, before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemy's movements correctly, get underestimated, but being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attack. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to...
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament.
If Hule does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing...
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter...
Cloud Knights! The Borson have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borson to succeed with their plan? Be on your guard. Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borson attacks.
They shall. The ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back! I will be there immediately!
Так, ну что ж, ребят, мы переключились на Фэй Сяо. Когда Фэй Сяо использует технику, она получает повышение скорости и способность притягивать противников по пути. Ну да, мы это делали на тестировании персонажа. Окей. То есть, блин, а у меня же нет ничего. Надо заюзать, наверное, да?
Madam Yukong.
То есть это делается вот так вот.
We find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a while since I've let loose.
А я не могу дальше бежать?
Let's get this started.
Очень странно. Ну ладно. И они сразу должны сейчас погибнуть. Шикарно. Так, только мне не нравится мой отряд. Стопы. Вместо Лили мы поставим Юнли. Шикарно. Так. А почему я здесь не могу пройти? Что мне мешает? Мне сюда надо бежать. Я же говорю, это для фарма прям вообще шикарно. Я хотел посмотреть, здесь нету сундуков или что-то еще там нету. Якорь активирован, да? Так, а куда? Наверх? Нет? А куда? Меня сюда не пускают, видите? А кого-то я не истребил. А кто? Вот, нашел чувака. Одного пропустили. Не добили, ни хрена себе.
A short respite, then time for the next fight. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskiff Haven. But it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a Starskiff. We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hule has created. I know Zhao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately. Madam Yukong, lend me your bow.
Everyone, out of the way!
Oh, what a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hule and Zhao Cho's whereabouts. That was one of Fei Xiao's arrows. Who knows what she used as an...
I wouldn't say always, but often would be fair. As soon as the heat of battle, take a good look around. If you can find one or I don't care how tight their lips are sealed.
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxian war slave? So decisive, so brutal.
I remember you, Mock Talk. You are harder to kill than a cockroach. But the fact that you have willingly shown it is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hule and Jiao Cho?
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. I lived as a hunter for many years. Yet I have only fought. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows. And thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hule, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack. And they come, Yao Qing man. Show me your fangs. We will fight to the death!
How honorable. But you seem to have misunderstood. There will be...
It boils in my veins.
Time to
The Morrison resurgence is at hand!
Take your positions.
Morrison resurgence? You think you can still pillage and murder freely, as you did 1,000 years before?
You know nothing of the way
Sinjo
survive.
will ensure that this is nothing more than your dying fantasy.
Fight me! Strength like this will send me running!
The mood is set just. Let the show begin.
Need a doctor?
Let's improvise.
Right on time. Right on time.
Time for some hardship.
Within the self, not the sword. Slap!
I must... hold on.
You don't look so good. Hiya! Descend to earth!
Morrison resurgence shall come.
No matter how heroic your sacrifice, there is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borison.
It seems that Mock Talk got what he wished for.
Hule, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Xiao will catch you and...
Your tongue. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me.
Stand down, Waltza. I am here, Hule. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, Xiangzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borisin blood to ascend to the position of general. Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince everyone to keep their lips sealed?
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hule, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood of a fox. When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borisin. Anything that we give the Merlin's Claw, I shall extend a final before you arrive. I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dead then. I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance.
I accept your challenge, Hule. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Split,
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
That's easy for my grandfather to say. But the first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder, according to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the Sky Splitter and see if they've discovered anything. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts.
Is that you, Miss Yunli? If there's anything that I can help you with, please. The Cloud Knights are all in position, following General Hua Yan's orders.
Very good. Although, there is one thing.
Unfortunately, we don't have any means to distinguish between Borisin and Foxians. However, you can rest assured that the Cloud Knights are working hard to investigate the source of the forged identities. All Cloud Knights on the Sky Splitter have their own responsibilities and wouldn't dare neglect their posts.
March 7th and I could already tell. It's clear that every Cloud Knight soldier we've met on the Sky Splitter is an elite warrior.
Your timing is perfect, Miss Yunli. We actually just received an emergency boarding request.
An emergency boarding request?
It wasn't on the Sky Splitter Starskiff registry, but all the documentation checked out.
Who would be boarding the ship at this time? Where are...
The Starskiff is using the contestant docking bay.
No need. You have your own duties. I have to check on this immediately. Routine inspection! All passengers, please prepare for an inspection. So this is the suspicious Starskiff. Where did the passengers go? I'm going to count down from 10. If you do not come out, I will destroy the ship. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Time is running out. 3, 2, 1.
Wait a second! It's me! It's just a routine inspection. You weren't actually going to blow up the ship, were you? Is that also some kind of June? Wait! Even though the Borisin can disguise themselves, they can't turn into someone as short as me. Put your sword away.
Didn't little Yanqing claim he was going to give up being the ringmaster and go on the hunt instead? Help shoulder the
The Borisin on the ground suddenly launched an attack. General Fei Xiao was concerned that this was all a diversion by Hule, So I requested to come to the Sky Splitter and provide support.
I can't believe you ended up back here on the Sky Splitter after running around all over the place. But you're too late to enter the tournament now. Following Grandpa's plan, our disciple March is taking your place as ringmaster. Aren't you proud of her?
When I first heard the news, I was definitely proud. But also a little concerned.
More manpower is always a good thing, since the Sky Splitter is so large. Oh, and by the way, you should know that...
What's happening?
Does it feel like the Sky Splitter has slowed down? Could it come with me? We need to check the engine room. It's the heart of the ship, so we need to prioritize its...
The war dance is about to begin. Contestants, please make your way to the arena.
The engine room is just up ahead. Let's go. Intercepting sword technique. Strange. Why is there no one here?
The Cloud Knights. They're over here.
And you should be lying alongside them. Don't worry, children. There's plenty of space to...
Even though I truly hoped that the war dance would...
Now that these guys have finally shown up, it's a huge weight off my mind. Bring it on, you abominations! Yes, you! Yes, you! Descend to Earth!
I'll catch up. Let's improvise.
Strike!
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin! Great teamwork.
Yes, you! Leap through clouds!
If we found 2 wolves in the engine room, that means that even more abominations have infiltrated other areas. Hule is already aboard!
There's no time to talk about this. The war dance has already started. If my guess is correct, the Borison will... Let's go. We need to get to the... Come with me. To the ring. Intercepting sword technique. Descend to Earth! Yes, you! Yes, you! Leap through clouds! Tempered and forged. All are imbued into the sword. Intercepting sword technique. Descend to Earth!
This way. We're not too late.
Lead through clouds! Time to what's your prescription?
Great teamwork.
Melt! Descend to earth! Yes, you! Lead through clouds!
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Stand down.
Slap! Tempered and forged, all are imbued into the sword.
We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants to the We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants to the Xianzhou Luofu's Luminary War Dance Ceremony. Before we get the first round underway, our organizing committee would like to introduce you all to a host known throughout the... Let us invite our special guest host, Mr. Albert, to the stage to formally open the war dance.
Your war dance ends here. Now.
My apologies. The spectators that you were expecting aren't here. Everyone here actually came to see you. Cloud Knight, prepare for battle.
Xianzhou swords, Cloud Knight wars, Xianzhou swords. I see you are ready for... That's...
Surround your enemy, but leave one side open. This is your strategy for ensuring that the war dance will be able to be held as usual?
Precisely. When Hule escaped, we should have cancelled the war dance immediately. No one can predict where a wild beast like him will attack. Yet festivals and celebrations like this are likely to become targets. However, preparations for the war dance were in the works for so long, I couldn't bear to announce its cancellation. So I thought, if the show must go on, then let it go on. All we need to do is swap all the spectators and contestants aboard the ship with Cloud Knight's
But what do we do if Hule is not planning to...
Then we just need to draw his attention to the Sky Splitter. We'll have the Skyfaring Commission clear all transport lanes and cut down Starskiff traffic. Then, when the time comes, General Fei Xiao will be in charge of scaring the wolves and cutting off their other means of escape. Making him think, given that the Borisin already have insiders on the Luofu, I will be in charge of putting pressure.
Very good. Then I'd better dust off my weary bones too. I will go with the Skyfaring Commission to guard...
Knowing that Elder Huayan is part of our last line of defense is a great comfort. This hunt will make Hule understand that the arrows of the hunt...
That jolt just now. What's going on? It feels like the entire ship has started to slow down. Borisin must have actually infiltrated the Sky Splitter. Based on General Huayan's orders, it's time for me to take action.
and divine sword descend. March, stand closer. I'll teach you a few tricks. Intercepting sword technique. You guys, you're not your... Oh, looks like the General's arrangements are finally coming in handy. I need to find Yoon Lee and the others as soon as possible. Melt! Descend to Earth! The plan said that if Hule appears, the Cloud Knights will assemble and do everything they can to suppress him. Master Yoon Lee, where are you?
March, I'm below the ring.
Intercepting sword technique.
Leap through clouds! Ready to shine.
You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Here you go, Master!
What are you made of?
Slap!
Leave it to me.
Melt!
You don't look so good.
Timely treatment.
Mountains fall! Humpy! I could take 10 of you!
Strike while the iron is hot.
Stand down.
Tempered and forged. All are imbued into the sword.
Below the ring. I remember it being this way.
I was concerned about the safety of the sky.
Yanqing, the wolf you are hunting is standing above us in the war dance ring at this very moment, facing the cloud. This war dance will not be seen by the people of the Xianzhou, nor will it be just a ceremonial sword fight. This is a battle to the death that offers no honor, only mortal danger.
To use General Jing Yuan's favorite expression, since I'm already here...
Yunli, Miss March,
may your blades be sharp.
May your blades... Ah, forget it. Let's go and make this a quick victory.
Let's go.
So feeble. Such weakness is truly pathetic.
Ну что ж, друзья, у нас, походу, финальная битва. Вот, команду мы нашу подготовили. Ай-яй-яй-яй, что происходит?
My name is March 7, Ringmaster of the Law Food.
Так, а что с ускорением? Ускорение есть? Так, поддержка. Разумеется, мы Юнли поддержку даем. И в таких боях нам постоянно надо держать Байлу для того, чтобы она лечила постоянно.
Let's begin. You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to show what's in your prescription! You're the best. Yes,
you! You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me? I will make you understand just how wrong you are.
Awesome! I could take 10 of you! Descend to earth!
О, хорошо критануло.
Such insane power! Show you what I can really do.
Shall finally arise.
Yes, you!
Swing with all your might, dear cubs. You thought I would run? A wolf's path only goes forward. Running is never an option.
Shivering mountains! Thank you for your help. Now watch this! Help me! Not very sportsmanlike. Yes, you! Ready to shine. Nice job! Time to show you what I... Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, watch this!
Why is Fei Xiao still not here? I'm bored of these cubs.
Nothing of the weight behind this path. Survive or be destroyed.
They'll all be dead by the time she arrives.
Thank you for your help.
Yes, you! Descend to earth! Yes, you!
Not that.
Так, будет еще бой.
Your feeble weapons are like blades of grass before
Угу, прям интересно, незадолго до этого. Он, наверное, отравил чем-то его.
Secrets are a weapon that a hunter cannot live without. Those that...
What you're saying is, in your eyes...
Do you think you have some other escape route? Jiao Cho, I have already...
But you have told me...
After all, you will avoid having to... I'm sure she understands her fate far better than you ever will. One day on the battle, not even your god can save her from this fate. Although, and the only way to save her is here. I must leave, Foxian.
Drink blood wine. I hear it is a...
You really did put hard work into researching us.
Are you the healer, Jeff?
Is there anything that I can do for you?
I heard that you saved me.
There's no...
If you're a healer, can you cure my moon rage?
And what if I can? Do I just sit back and watch as you head back out to die in battle?
Okay, then can you...
What are you talking about? I'm just a healer. All I can...
So all you can do is heal us and let us go cure war.
Such arrogance, young lady. This war has been waged for thousands of years.
You healers work yourselves to the bone to save people, even though I cannot speak for the dead. They fought so that others could...
Jiao Cho, this...
Enjoy the taste of my fresh blood, Hule. Unfortunately, tumble dust. If the most lethal poison known to this world is able, I will do my best to cure you. Bring victory.
So, you want to play dirty? Here, it's colder.
My sword is even colder.
Ага, еще один бой. Окей.
Hule's movements are slowing down.
This is our chance.
It's time for us to put this dog down. Mountains fall! Not very sportsmanlike. Yes, you! Slap!
Let's begin.
Need a doctor? You're the best. Yes, you!
A pathetic little poison like this. Slowing down.
What I can improve your dragon flight time.
Does not mean you can defeat me.
Time to your prescription! You're the best. Strike!
Stand down.
Lead through clouds!
You may be hard to kill.
Вот это критануло, так
That does not
критануло.
mean you cannot be overpowered. Hule, take a good look. The power of the Cloud Knights is in my blade.
Oh, I get it! Now watch this!
И как интересно, Марта именно завершил эту битву. Так, временно вступает в отряд Яньцин. Окей. Так, и что? Поговорить с ним надо?
Such an unforgettable blade. So similar to the one wielded by that woman who defeated me all those years ago. Over 700 years have passed, and I thought I would have a way to overcome it by now. But in the end...
Stop struggling, Hule. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when you go back to the shackling prison.
Yes, I was defeated, but this was not unexpected.
Так, бой внутреннего зверя. Возможно, противники. Ага, рекомендуемый уровень 75. Ой, слушайте, еще бой будет? Да ладно. Ё-моё. Ну, само собой, получается, тебя мы добавляем.
Ah, Yanqing. How about a rematch? Best of 3? No. 1 round.
Ну чё, Вельта добавим? Давайте Вельта. Начать испытание. Блин, охренеть. Я думал, все, а нет.
You've doomed yourselves. As I meet my demise, so shall the entire Xianzhou Lawful. The crimson wound in my chest will make this place shine with blood. I will drive all Foxians to madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end. What now? They shall.
This is the heart of the Borisin Warhead, a product of the Plague Mark. I'll leave the next part to you.
I don't understand.
We cannot allow this thing to spread. I will do all within my power to consume this crimson moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
General!
Ё-моё, мы с ней сейчас будем сражаться. Охренеть. Вот это поворот. Блин, круто.
Die, Borisin.
What? We clearly don't have wolf ears.
A strong adversary. Help me improve.
Так, ну что, начинается у нас.
Strike with heart.
I will not allow any of you to leave the Sky Splitter.
Does she think we're her enemies?
Hule just wanted to take down the general, even at the cost of his own life. Snap out of it, General! Strike with heart!
I thought we'd get a minute to catch our breath. What do we do? Do we fight or run?
After all this, you still think running is an option?
Timely
How many can you block?
Time to what's in your prescription?
Timely treatment.
Bladed flight!
Mountains fall!
Futile resistance! I will devour you!
Мне, короче, надо постоянно, чтобы у Беллу был заряд лечения.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
What are you made of? Slap!
I can breathe easy. Time for swordplay.
I'll crush your wall!
Yes, you!
You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Within the self, not the sword.
I can breathe easy again. Strike with heart!
You cannot die! Pray! I will devour you!
Yes, you!
Stand down.
Time for swordplay.
Lead through clouds!
Strike!
Yes, you! That don't look so good.
Timely treatment.
What are you made of?
Rip the thunder!
Yes, you! Yes, you! Time to show you! What's in your prescription?
Timely treatment.
Melt!
You know nothing of the weight. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Severing mountains!
Practice is over. Swords descend!
You are not worthy.
Bladed flight!
Futile resistance! I will devour
Let me tend your wounds!
Yes, you!
I'll crush your wall!
Yes, you!
Descend to earth!
О, вот это неожиданно.
We can't let her get away! But do we stand any chance at all?
She said, I'll leave the next part to you. She put her faith in us!
Trying.
I promise. I will cure you. Feisha.
No one can live forever, Jiao Jiao. This time. Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else?
Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
We can't let her get away! Snap out of it, General!
You always leave the hardest battles for yourself. Even now, you would never run away. Isn't it strange? That is your enemy.
Ule?
This rage. I remember the taste. Isn't that right, Fei Xiao?
You shouldn't be here. I saw you die with...
Just consider me a figment of your magic before every hunt. I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not this time. When I learned your story from Jiao Chou, I realized that what an ironic fate, don't you think? All this time. But I accept it. Now, let us break through the ironclad defenses of the Arbiter General's heart and see what secret she has hidden in those deepest...
Место Вильта, да? Интересно. Окей, ладно.
So-called survival of the fittest. You cannot weaken my resolve.
Blinded by the fury of your moon rage, you slaughtered your allies. Merlin's Claw, you have betrayed the Alliance. Your actions are no different from those of the above.
It is the blood of you added to the arms of your new man. But you are wrong. Now your greatest fear is above.
You aim to instill terror within me. Yet all of this.
It's time to return to the... No matter how deep the hatred you bear for the Borzon, you devoured the Crimson Moon.
What did you say?
The descendants of Duran who came to rescue me hoped with all they would rather place their hopes of survival in an imaginary savior than gain the fact that I, a prisoner who was held captive for over 700 years. For those who are truly strong, Foxy, I will create that new path for myself. I will pass the right. Your healer, Jiao Chou, served you with such loyalty. He was even willing to if you just nod your head, you will awaken from this nightmare that the
So this was the path that you prepared for me.
That's right.
I'm sure I refuse.
I don't accept these troops carve your name into this young Zhou's history.
You do not understand, Ule. You have no idea what it is that When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time. In order to escape the whips and shackles of the Wolf Masters.
I can't run anymore. They're still behind us. Don't stop. Niggle, look up. Look at that light in the sky. That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just tell it our wish, we can have our freedom. We will all be able to escape.
we'll win our freedom and then share it with our cooler brothers and sisters. So you have to run! Quickly! We can do it! We can escape! Nurgle! Run with me!
We ran and ran with all the strength we had. But we ended up losing each other. I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could fly.
I imagine you kept your promise.
Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my Kulor companion...
The light of the devilish archer.
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight allies, and saw it fall countless more times. Gradually, I came to understand. That light was not some shooting star that carried wishes and aspirations. Each Lux arrow meant that countless lives in a helpless world were about to be obliterated. I prayed to the god of the skybow that I would never have to witness one of these shooting stars fall again. But they ignored my prayers.
That's right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why the fierce battle between us has raged to this day. If the gods who never bleed will cry, who watch silently from above, will feel... Do you understand now, Saran? You and I... You are a beast that was born for war.
Perhaps. So, what is it that you yearn for, Hule? Why is it that you fight?
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a great wilderness for the Borison to roam. What about you, Saran?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground. So that just one more person can live and return to the Yaoqing alongside me.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself and have it your way. I will use your fear and doubt as my nourishment. I will seize you and devour you. I will apply.
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster. Do you see me, shooting star? The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou. I will uphold this vow until my very last day.
Tears of blood, and all living creatures have bowed and
Ну что ж, друзья, я думаю, что это финальный бой. Я во время вот этих всех доставок успел даже пирожки покушать. А теперь в битву. Ага. Внутренняя дверь затмения входит в резонанс с тенью Фэйсяо, и в следующем действии получает усиление. Получаемый урон и стойкость частей в состоянии резонанса повышается. Пробитие уязвимости части продвигает действие всех союзников вперед. Давайте леканемся сначала. А у нас здесь 3 получается даже, да? Волны. Или 2 все-таки, непонятно. Так, просто непонятно, может вообще вот это сначала надо выносить? Угу. Восстановление нам пока не нужно. Ой. Значит, постоянно нам надо держать лекаря заряженным.
Wants to devour me, it will first have to beg for my mercy. Victory is inevitable.
Lead through clouds. Time for swordplay. Melt. Let me tend your wounds.
Stay safe.
Ай-яй-яй. Лечимся быстрее. Так, такое ощущение, что у меня ускорение ни хрена вообще не стоит. Так, а кто у меня следующий добавил прям далеко, да?
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Pierces your skin. This is the old sensation I have experienced for 700 years. Pain.
Slap. Yes, you. I can breathe easy again. To earth. How many can you block?
Your fangs and claws have grown dull.
Yes, you.
Energy. Let the hunt begin.
Forever triumphant!
That won't do.
Mountains fall!
The Kuro Storm!
What are you made of?
Make your move, Lay. Never hesitate!
That won't do.
Yes, you!
Keep up resistance!
Yes, you!
Так, у нас финальная фаза.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
А почему Байло тогда этого?
Devour the heavens and envelop the earth!
Так, нет, это чушь, ребят, какая-то. Почему Байло меня раньше времени ударила? Это чушь. Придется переигрывать все нахрен. Нет, мы здесь не выживем.
Time to show what's in your prescription!
Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you, Utah. Stay safe. Let the hunt begin! How's this? Share your own cause!
Не-не-не-не, ребят, не-не-не-не-не. Это не то, это что-то не то. Повторить испытание. Сорян, ребят, но вторая попытка. Это просто зашквар какой-то. Почему-то Байло ударила вместо того, чтобы полечить. Вот. И все, я проиграл. Меня двоих вынесли.
Now, I will use your inner beast as my weapon and your name.
Tear back your disguises and a wolf lurks in the heart of every Boarset and Foxian. The moment you grow weak, it will devour you.
Melt! Time for swordplay! Time to what's in your prescription! Thank you for your help. Blade and flight! Shivering mountains!
I shall hold my claw!
Yes, you! I can breathe easy again. Practice is over. Swords descend!
That won't do.
Не, наверное, все-таки вот сюда надо бить.
I swear to be
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! How's this? Awaken sword! Grow complacent, and your life will be stolen. Fight to the death, and you shall live forever!
I can breathe easy again. Strike with heart!
If it wants to devour me, it will first have to beg for my mercy! Inner peace, let the hunt begin! Awaken storm! That's everything!
Time to show you. What's in your prescription? Thank you for your help.
That won't do.
Make your move.
I swear to be
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! How's this?
Need a doctor? Vitamin!
Thank you.
How
Stay
many can you
safe.
block? Blade and flight!
Hey! Pierces your skin! This is the only I have experienced for 700 years. Pain!
Melt! easy again. Down to earth. Time for swordplay. Yes, you. You are not worthy. Yes, you.
Time to show what's in your prescription!
I swear to be
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Your fangs and claws have grown dull!
that won't do.
Yes, you.
Energy! Let the hunt begin!
Strike with heart. Lead through clouds.
Inner peace! Heed my command! Share your own claws!
I swear to be the
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
that won't do.
You cannot hide!
Yes, you. Bring mountains.
How fit to devour the heavens and envelop the earth!
Thank you for your help. Yes, you.
Time what's in your prescription!
Thank you. Stay safe.
Bladed flight. Practice is over. Swords descend.
That won't do. I swear to be the
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Victory!
Yes, you. Yes, you. Yes, you. Strike. Melt.
Так, ну что ж, ребят, мы добрались до последней стадии, получается. Вот. Давай ликану сравню.
With your own storm!
That's better.
I swear to be
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Never hesitate!
that won't do.
Need a doctor?
Thank you.
How many can you block?
У нас есть в запасе лечение.
Bladed flight.
Make your move, Poulet. Fearless knows not fear.
That won't do.
Melt.
Thank you.
Down to earth.
Stay safe.
Practice is over.
А чё так лютуем-то?
Swords descend.
Подожди.
Time to show you what's in your prescription!
Thank you. Stay safe.
Strike with heart. I can breathe easy again.
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Так. Сюда будем бить. Байло далеко, зараза. Угу. Восстановление нам пока не нужно, это хорошо. О.
What are you made of? Strike! Melt!
Make your move, Lay. Fear the kills, not fear. That won't do.
See through clouds! How many can you block? Cell crack, not the sword! Swords descend! Thank you for your help.
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Right on time. Need a doctor?
Нету заряда.
Never hesitate!
That won't do.
Bring mountains! Time to... Right on time.
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Our little hunting game ends here.
Так, используйте умение раскол земли, чтобы покончить с тенью Фейсяо.
Mighty light of the heavens, wolf in my heart, come to me. We shall conquer as one.
My only enemy has always been myself.
General. General, you're awake.
Ну, реально, прям бой был охрененный. Наверное, это даже был интереснее, чем с воскресеньем
To
драться.
hear their explanations.
Так, что надо? Нам надо выяснить, встретиться с мудрейшим, да? А, да, она же хотела отправить это весточку мудрейшему. И выяснить, кто освободил его.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base. I've brought a friend with me today. I believe you're already familiar with each other.
Tauron. Elder Tauron? I remember when
All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash, I wouldn't have had to walk such a dangerous road to free our clan, becoming this specter of my form. Don Hung, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed. Now here you are to meet me anyway. Life does love its ironies, doesn't it?
I didn't come here with Miss Lingsha today to reminisce.
Indeed. When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation, it's only proper for the preceptors to attend.
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. Please forgive the delay, Elder. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling prison. I trust you've already looked it over.
Yes. You sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the Shackling prison, and a semblance reversion essence.
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borison's escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through the Shackling prison. That marked-up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauron, you have a similar map in your possession.
Is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling prison.
Ух ты, нифига себе.
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission, the introduction of the Stellaron, and the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection all have something to do with the Vidyadhara.
That's right. Are you surprised? After all, both of you were sent here by the Seat of Divine Foresight as messengers to hear my confession, weren't you? Ever since the sedition of Imbibidor Lunae, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled. With the High Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, perhaps even incomprehensible. But it was all for one cause. The survival of the Vidyadhara. Yet, the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Don Hung, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara, you should understand the desperation behind my actions. All I've tried to do is to ensure our survival.
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face. Fighting for survival isn't a sin. But Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've become a beast driven solely by the propagation, devoid of even a hint of empathy.
Oh. Despite calling ourselves a noble draconic bloodline, at our core, we're merely bipedal beasts. The survival of our kind is paramount. If I hadn't resorted to beastly actions, the Vidyadhara might not even exist. The sages show no mercy, as the old wisdom goes. When the High Elder abandoned our people's survival, I had to shoulder the world's sins alone. Lingsha, Don Hung, the past is behind us. But the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp. The situation on the Xianzhou Law.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your confession, breaking the covenant of our alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors. Because both parties ultimately share the same...
So now that survival won't convince us, you want to talk about interest.
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare against the denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Should the Alliance emerge victorious, they will inevitably become the next. Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, I have a way to escape from this dilemma. The Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmutation. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an endless stream of soldiers. It would not need to worry about casualties. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation. This is the way to salvation for the Xianzhou Alliance.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara into serving you. I am deeply disappointed in you, Elder. Your thoughts and intentions are completely devoid of empathy.
Hold it!
Miss Bailu!
Mr. Dunhung and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's here?
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me, didn't he? According to the oath between the Alliance and the Vidyadhara, it's forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to violate this oath in the
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic. Elder, the Vidyadhara's sacred grounds and the...
You talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interests at heart. But when it really matters, you use a small girl as your shield. It's ridiculously pitiful.
I've said it before. Survival is never a sin. We are all Vidyadhara, so you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara, leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
I see right through your plans, Mr. Tauron. Vidyadhara rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the Preceptor's dirty tricks during rebirth. You might not be you, but you will still be. I won't forgive myself for past sins under the pretext of knowing nothing, nor...
Dan Heng, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger picture.
Miss Bailu, as High Elder of the Luofu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please!
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I've long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply... The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
Что, серьезно, еще одна битва? Да ё-моё, только можно. Прям много битв. Впечатляет.
The truth burns clear. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Ай-яй-яй, команда-то не та, которая...
Mood is set just right. Let the show begin. Take your positions. Dreams do come true.
Leave it to me. You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Great
May Make the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the filth.
I'm fine.
Secret of the safe.
Be of your body and mind.
The mood is set. Let the show begin.
You bully!
Let's begin. You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to question your prescription!
Great teamwork.
A miracle.
The truth burns clear. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Merciful Medicus.
Allow me to purge the root of the
Зараза,
problem.
он еще
Time to
призвал.
cleanse the filth. Need a doctor?
Take your positions. Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin.
Be of your body and mind.
Leave it to me. Stand down.
Secret of the safe.
Stay in step.
The truth burns. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Dreams do come true.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Let's begin.
Rhythm get messed up. Let's improvise.
О, ну наконец-то. Без Юнли прям тяжело.
Dragon Lady, are you all right? I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You actually came here in person?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty opinions. The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, our right to the sage queller of the Feng Hu, with her hatred for evil, I'm sure she will make a just decision.
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Lafu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're under the impression that this advantage can be used to settle the score with us preceptors, that's quite an overestimation. Given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything to us? As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat. With the secrets I possess, the interrogation alone will take an eternity. And in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. You understand? Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hule has escaped from prison and is headed directly...
Regrettably, Mr. Taoran, the Sky Splitter only hosted Cloud Knights today. No audience. And just moments ago, Hule was executed by the Cloud Knights.
only in the bathroom for a little bit, and you've already arranged my death? Hey, can't you play some normal games with Dragon Lady?
Да, прикольный такой стёб здесь.
You really can't keep your mouth shut, can you?
All right, enough playing. It's time to visit my masters.
The infirmary is right over there. You can go by yourselves. Oh, come back and visit me when you have to.
Next time, let's not play overly realistic make-believe with this.
Well, there's not much I could do. General, if I had been in the ring, I could have knocked down 10 hulays with just...
You sound exactly like Master Yenqing. But for now, both he and Yun Li, I'm the least accomplished in swordplay. But I came out unscathed. I really ought to thank my
Look who's here. The beloved Trailblazer and the charming March 7th. You came to the Alchemy Commission today. Oh, I get it. You are here with March to visit her masters, aren't you?
Exactly. How are my masters doing at the moment?
Unfortunately, only one master is here.
I'm just following the doctor's advice.
Miss Bailu said I could take us. Your Master Yenqing wasn't as lucky.
He's considering the intense battle with Hulei, and then with General Fei Xiao. The rigorous sparring session with her. Master Yun Li, didn't you also engage in combat?
The little babies from the Luofu just don't have the resilience that us kids from the Zhuming have. I heard from Modza about the tough battle against the wolf troopers. You fought along.
I heard a few versions of the story from the Cloud Knights who were there. The number of wolf troopers went from a few dozen to thousands.
Yun Li, go and lie down.
Got it, Lingsha. What about that smiley fox healer?
Thank goodness you and the others found Yaoqiu. He lost a lot of blood and needs to rest properly. He and Maoza are seriously wounded. I've had to forcibly. All three from the Yaoqing are critically injured. But fortunately, the Xianzhou Laofu has a miraculous healer lady.
It looks like the entire delegation from the Xianzhou Yaoqing is gathered at the Alchemy Commission. Why don't we go?
I would normally say no, because they need to rest. But alas, what can you do when the General Fei Xiao just slipped out of the recovery room? She thinks she's so sneaky, but I know everything that happened. If you're looking to meet her, the luminescent depths might be your best bet. I spotted her heading that way earlier.
The sound of those footsteps. They must belong to General Fei Xiao. Out and about, despite the doctor's orders.
What a coincidence. Someone else who refuses to listen to the doctor's orders.
Well, being a doctor myself, I don't think my knowledge of my own body is inferior to the Dragon Lady's.
The healer does not heal himself. Don't try to act tough in front of me. I'm sorry, Zhao Chou. I didn't expect you to use poison that way. What a miscalculation. If only I'd found you sooner. If only I hadn't sent you to the shackling prison.
The way you're speaking, is this really the Fei Xiao I know? Or could it be a Borisin assassin, imitating your voice to take my life?
Zhao Chou, your eyes. You can't see anymore, can you?
I can still clearly hear the sound of the waves. That's enough for me. Don't blame yourself. You know what I'm more concerned about? Has your body had any changes since you swallowed the Crimson Moon?
I'm not sure. There don't appear to be any changes. However, the many doubts that once plagued me have dissipated.
I never thought I'd live to hear you discuss your health again. But thanks to Morza and that child, the price I've paid, I hold no grievances, Fei Xiao.
I don't know how to offer words of comfort, nor do I know much about curing others' ailments. I am just a warrior, so my pledge to you is simple.
An eye for an eye.
So you were here too.
In this vast universe, there's bound to be someone who can heal your eyes. I'll find them. But
the threat behind all this chaos needs to be dealt with. You must already have some ideas.
The resurgence of the Sanctus Medicus and the gathering of the Borison are merely distractions orchestrated by an unseen force, meant to divide the Alliance's attention. Unfortunately, they picked the wrong fight this time. Once we return to the Yaoqing, I'll personally lead the Verdant Knights into battle. I vow to take down a Lord Ravager and teach the Ruined Legion the true meaning of the hunt.
I knew it. You've always been.
I apologize for my tardiness once again. The Alchemy Commission detained me for some time for a health examination. They released me only after ensuring I was in good condition.
Oh, General, seeing you safe and sound puts our minds at ease. Hulei's escape caused significant upheaval and forced the war dance to be put on hold. A truly unforeseen disaster. Fortunately, the younger generation showed their valor. They bravely tackled the crisis, putting an end to the disaster and providing a glimmer of hope in a dire situation.
Before Master Diviner Fu Xuan's departure for the Yutre, I consulted with her about the war dance. She left a note stating, "The hexagram oscillates between thunder and heaven, a sign of great power, assuring us that we would successfully navigate any challenges." She advised me to trust the younger generation's abilities and let them lead. Her predictions, it appears, have come true. It's just... the Xianzhou Luofu's long-standing duty of keeping Hulei imprisoned ended with his death on the Sky Splitter. This event is likely to bring much criticism from...
However, Hulei's demise might actually be a blessing in disguise. Broadcasting this news could derail the Borison's resurgence, and hand over Hulei's remains to the Xianzhou Yaoqing, and I'll handle the explanations to the Alliance. But what about the war dance? While the Wolf Hunt mission was a success, the events on the Sky Splitter remain a secret.
The war dance was interrupted, so it must be reconvened. As for the people who witnessed the attacks, beyond placating them, we also need to show them the Xianzhou Cloud Knights. On the war dance's opening day, rogue Borison attempted to stir up panic, but was swiftly neutralized by the Merlin's Claw and the Cloud Knights. A genuine tale of heroism that will captivate and calm.
As Elder Huayan suggests, the Law Fu will do its best to heal the wounded and compensate those who were affected. We aim to reopen the war dance in the coming weeks.
This settles the immediate concerns on the Law Fu, but my thoughts linger on the orchestrator behind these events. From the onset of the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, the Xianzhou Law Fu has experienced numerous disturbances, directly linked to the Lord Ravager Fantelia.
Her attempt to infiltrate the Xianzhou with the Borsen and sway the Lawfu preceptors to join the Sanctus Medicus' insurrection was unsuccessful. But I have a feeling that she is indifferent to these.
Rather than outright victory, Fantelia's motives seem to lie in breeding discord and chaos among allies.
The goal of the Xianzhou Alliance has not changed for thousands of years. Perhaps we should point the weapon in...
With Elder Huayan's insight, one wonders how the Martin...
It's clear we're engaged in a game of chess not seen in thousands of Amber Eras. A game where... Predicting the Marshal's decision is beyond me. Yet she's well aware of... We gathered today not just to tackle the Law Fu's predicaments, but also to address them. Yao Guang has sent a message from the Xianzhou Yuchui, informing us that she wishes to share the Jingyuan. I'd like to borrow the seat of Divine Foresight's chessboard for this purpose.
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time. Over 3 decades have passed since we last convened. And I've dearly missed each of you generals during this time.
Was the Seer strategist thinking of us or thinking of the fates we're destined for?
The Merlin's Claw. As blunt as always. Though not everyone's cup of tea, huh? You once told Jing Yuan, "You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Seer strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly." I'm intrigued. Did the conversation really come to pass?
I've never heard anyone mention that the Decalite reflection barrier could eavesdrop on even the quietest whispers. It appears that the Marshal sent not just 2 generals to the Law Fu, but an uninvited 3rd guest as well.
People have been saying that Mr. Jing Yuan's intellect shines as brightly as the Seer strategist's. With the Law Fu caught in such strife, the Yuchui couldn't just stand by and watch.
Seer strategist, our time with the Yellow Bell is limited. Let's get straight to the point.
Alright. Thanks to Mr. Jing Yuan, the interrogation of the 2 prisoners on the Yuchui has concluded. Mr. Jing Yuan's speculations were correct. Of the crimes they confessed to, planting a Stellaron on the Law Fu was a complete fabrication meant to mislead. Their real aim was to secure a meeting with the Marshal to present their Godslayer protocol, a strategy they firmly believe in.
And what was this grand strategy proposed by Jing Liu and that traveler?
The narrative they painted was vast and difficult to put into words. It all revolves around the coffin of the blonde traveler. To be precise, it's the remnants of the propagation.
The remains of the Swarm Author?
More accurately, it's a fragment of the Divine Body. In the future they depicted, this fragment serves as the final nail, sealing the fate of the Plague's author and securing its doom. Before reaching that point, battling the gods necessitates a larger alliance. Hence, they sought out an ally for the Xianzhou. I assume you've all heard of the famed Genius Society member number 81, Ron May, haven't you? The Eye of the Yuchui has just seen this uninvited guest arrive on the Xianzhou Lafu. 3, 2, receive our distinguished guest, I'll leave that in your capable hands.
Do you remember your name?
My name is Ting-Yun. I serve as an ambassador of the Whistling Flames Merchant Guild on the Xianzhou Lufu.
Every star is a miracle.